Hello, you fucks. Welcome to John Solo's Beer Brigade. I'm
What
John Solo.
is that?
I'm looking for Willie. It's because you're looking for Willie.
No.
Where is Willie Nelson in the background there? That picture you had Willie Nelson in the background is what I'm saying. And then
I'm not looking for him.
fair enough. I guess Lissa Gramling is not looking for Willie. What do you got against Willie, anyways? What
Nothing.
I'm just making sure. I mean, you seem to spend a lot of time thinking about Willie. Hey, Trace, how are you? Hello, everybody. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Lotta. Everybody in the crowd there. It's good to
You
see
sound
y'all.
like
Miss
you
you
have a
too.
cold.
I do not. I sound like I've been working all night. It's just another.
Okay.
Yeah, working all night again.
Yeah, it's been a week.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Well,
what you were
funny
singing?
thing,
That's
you
totally
remember
not a Willie Nelson song.
that wasn't Willie. Anyway, last week when I was
Would
doing
you
the
smoke?
wayward,
I mean, if you were with Willie, would you try smoking marijuana? Because Willie has like the best marijuana in the world. Would you do that?
yeah,
That's what I thought. Have you ever done it before? Not smoked
yeah,
with Willie, but I mean smoked marijuana in particular. Yeah. Did you like it?
yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any?
I only can
I'm
do it
asking
every
for a
so often,
friend.
but
Okay.
yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. I'm
Anyway,
sorry.
last week when I couldn't say wayward, what I can't even say it this week.
Pretty good at it. Yeah.
Wayward wolves. Sunday, I get a message from Kevin with an audio snip clip thing. And he's in it, he says, Wayward wolves.
Wow. Is that?
I'm like, really?
It did kind of remind me, and yeah, we did ask him to do that, which is hilarious. Thank you, Kevin. We did. It kind of reminded me of we a secret weapon, from American Tail from years ago when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that
Okay,
one?
yeah.
With the mouse. Nothing to do with that.
Mowage.
Yeah, Mowage. Nothing to do with that South Park American Tail bit, which was fucking hilarious, by the way. All right,
I'll
we have
take your word on it.
I know you don't. It's one of those other things too. This one always confuses me. Like, you don't like South Park, but you've never really seen South Park. It's like kale.
Yes,
Like,
I've seen an episode or two.
Okay. And
I know I didn't like it.
What didn't you like about it in particular?
I just didn't care for it.
I get it. That's all right.
It just wasn't my thing.
I get it. There seems to be a lot of people. Well, anyways, I won't go in. South Park's fucking hilarious. So,
Like I said, I'll take your word on it.
right. Here we go. We got a bunch to get into today. Let me flip over to the first
We're
one
starting.
here. Yep,
I was going to share my news.
Oh, I thought you did share your news. Kevin sent
No,
something over here. Okay.
that wasn't all the news.
Well, what else is your news? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. Did you smoke with
Mom
Willie finally?
No, Mom had cataract surgery on Monday.
Nice.
Both of her eyes are now done, and she can see without her glasses far away.
Ta-da! Look at that.
And then Monday we find out Toki's coming home tomorrow.
Okay.
We don't have anything ready for him.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's huge news. Now, does he still... I know that they had taken one leg. I mean, what's the situation? Where's he at?
Oh, they cut it off right above the knee. So.
Are both legs in that situation?
Yes.
Or just one? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Well, like I said, we don't have anything prepared, and he may need a hospital bed in here now. So. And I have a date after Ramblin.
Hi. Look at that. That's a big deal, man. What's his or her
It
name?
is a big deal.
You don't have to share the name or anything like that. Has this been a long time coming? Have you known this person for a long time? What do you want to tell us about it?
We've been talking for about 2 weeks.
Okay. And
he lives fairly close.
Okay. Is the date involve... what, before I even go, where are you going on your date?
We're going out to lunch.
Okay. And are there any plans for... I mean... do you think it's gonna... you know what I'm... Do you think he's...
I'm
do you
nervously
think he's
excited.
gonna buy the lunch? I mean, I guess is what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Well, that's a good question, isn't it? Well, anyways, I won't go any further than that. Congratulations on all those things. Those are all big deals. And Trace, I'm just trying to get Look, what I do is I get information. That's how I do this show. So, congratulations on all accounts. Good luck with the date this afternoon. Has your date ever seen this show before?
Yes.
So he knows about
Yes.
this.
He watched last week's
Okay. And what did he?
on YouTube.
And he's still going out with you, so I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose there is that. So he knows what we do here, and
Yep.
All right.
He
Fair
knows
enough.
what I read and listen to.
Cool. Well, that's a good start to a relationship. Make him pay for lunch, and don't go like skimping on it. Don't be like, I don't like to eat. I mean, just fucking do your thing. Eat whatever and get dessert too, and make him pay. That's what I would do. Yeah.
Well, I'm prepared to go Dutch if that happens.
Make him pay. Make him be. Just wait. When the check goes there, lock eyes with him. Lock eyes. Lock eyes. And just sit there and smile and say, I'll have some dessert. Do that. See how he reacts. If he buys, you're in. You know where you're at. Just trying to give advice here.
Okay.
Anyways, let's get to this.
It's been a while since I've been on any
me too.
date,
I mean,
so
I'm sure my knowledge from my last date 30-some years ago will apply. It's make him
you
pay.
had date duty lately.
Yeah, but we're married. It's not the same thing.
So
I mean, like you kind of know where it's going. I mean, we both live in the same house. It's a little bit different matter.
exactly, Tracy.
Yeah. Anyways, first book up on the screen here. Here we go.
Playful Bite, Love Bites, Book 3 by Jada Marks, narrated by Simon Dornett.
And that one came out on the 8th. The next we have is an audio clip for one of our very own. Here we go.
Hello, everybody. Nick J. Russo here to discuss my new audio release, Budding Attraction by Saxon James. I've never thought much about Orson Naples. He's a cute guy who I'd seen around town a few times, but then one day he up and left and didn't reappear until a few years later. No one knows where he went or what he was doing. All this gossipy town knows is that he's a widower, owns the florist, and is friends with that divorced group that hang out at the Killer Brew all the time. But then one day I step into his flower shop and go from rarely thinking about him to him constantly being on my mind. There's a restlessness to him that I'm dying to unlock answers to. And his eyes linger on me a little too long for a straight man. Ford Thomas is a pest. A delightful one, a tempting one, but I'm too old for games. The ones I've played in the past have always led me to trouble, which is why I vowed to settle down and live a quiet life. So, when Ford walks into my shop, all uncontained energy and flirty quips and a pair of heavy work boots, I know I should show him the door. I don't need fun, I don't need experiences. Especially when those experiences have me questioning things I thought I knew about myself. Budding Attractions is out now. Enjoy.
Yeah, I know. And
Just
a lot of
stretching.
them made the comment.
Just stretching. That's all I'm doing. That one came out on the 8th, and hey, thank you, Nick, for sending that in. Congratulations, Saxon James, on the release as well. Next, we had
Faded, Wolf and the Shark, Pack of Brothers Book 4 by Hawk Oakley, narrated by Zachary Zaba.
That one came out on the 8th. Next, we had
The Space Between Us by S.C. Lewis, narrated by David Ralston.
There you go.
I should know how to do all these. I've been watching the old Ramblin' Gremlin shows for the past couple days.
Nice. Well, you are your own entertainment.
We all miss you, so we're I have to get my gun
I put
fixed
out
somewhere.
audiobooks every week. You're welcome to go.
I
listen
know.
To them. I get it entirely. See. You miss me, but you don't
January
miss me.
can't come, Jerry. January can't come quick enough.
Well, I'm not sure who this January fella is, but is that the name of your date today? Is that it?
No.
That one
his name
came
is
out
Billy.
on the Billy. Billy can't come quick. That one came out on the 8th. Excuse me, I got a little cum in my throat myself there.
Wow.
Next, we had
Wielder, Soldiers and Swords, Book 1 by Margaret Couplet. Couplet? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Narrated by Dan Levy.
That one came out on the 8th. Then we had
Something Like Daybreak by J. Bell. Narrated by Kevin R. Free.
and that one came out on the... Are those?
Butterflies.
Yeah, but are the butterflies showing their armpits? Yeah,
Ah,
what it looks.
probably.
That'd be
At
a
least
little
there's
higher.
not a half-naked guy on the cover.
That's a good point. I like that cover. That one came out on the 9th. Next we had
Out of Control, North Shore Stories, Book 3 by Lynn Van Dorn, narrated by Michael Furiolo.
and that one came out on
Blah,
the
blah, blah.
9th. Next we had
Dealing in Death, a Death and the Devil extended novella 2.5 by L.J. Hayward, narrated by Rowan Scott.
I do kind of like those covers. They're cool. That one came out on the 9th. Next we have an audio clip. Here we go.
Yeah, it burns. Yeah. Well, I just didn't want to have hair down there anymore, you know? Look, I counted to 3. I went 1, 2, rip, and then...
Oh, hey. Hi, John Solo here, and we are doing a promo for Casey Wells. I love Casey Wells, my favorite Brit. Anyways, this is for Wrangled. It's Salvation Book 1. It's the start of a brand new spanking series. There wasn't any spanking yet, but I'm betting there will be in this series. It's a brand new series by Casey Wells. This is cowboys, ranchers, really deep voices that I seriously doubt I'll ever be able to do again. All that. I'm going to read you the blurb. I'm not going to do this in a character voice, mostly because I did a really deep voice for this, one of the characters in this, and I don't know if I can do it again. Here we go. City boy Toby Marrow needs a change of scenery, and 2 weeks at a dude ranch seems the perfect solution, even though it's a far cry from the scenes of San Francisco. I don't know why I said it like that. Rice-a-roni, the San Francisco treat. Not much chance of finding anything like that out in the wilds of Montana, but who knows? If he's really lucky, one of the other guests will show up on Scruff, or even better, Recon. That's if Toby has energy. By the way, Scruff that's the name of a hookup app. It's like Grindr in this world. Or Recon, I guess, is another one that's like that. We didn't really talk about Recon in the book. That's if Toby has energy for anything else after spending his days riding out and moving cattle. Grizzled ranch owner Robert Thorsten's foreman died 5 years ago, but Robert lost far more than a trusted right-hand man. That door is firmly closed. See, where you put the punctuation is important. That door is firmly closed, however, and the trappings that lie behind it are gathering dust. He's thrown himself into his business, never giving that part of his life a second thought until a new guest catches his eye. It's obvious from the start, Robert and Toby have a connection, one that they are keen to make the most of in Robert's bed. No strings, no complications, and itches get scratched. Well, most of them. Then Toby discovers the coiled ropes under Robert's bed and the leather cuffs in the nightstand drawer. ... ellipses, ellipses, ellipses. There you go. You get the general concept behind it. I hope you all enjoy. Have fun. Lissa, thank you so much for asking me to do this. Hope you all have a pleasant day.
Okay.
I almost did a video because to be honest with you, I'm getting a little jealous of Gary Furlong's setup. It's pretty fucking sweet, and I really enjoy his videos a lot, and he's upstaging me. I can't have that.
Well, why didn't you?
Show. Well, I was going to do it, but it was like 4 o'clock this morning, 5 o'clock this morning when I was recording this. My beard was going sideways and shit, and I was like, well, maybe I'll do it next time. So I think maybe next time I'm going to do a video. Thank you for letting me. By the way, this was a really, 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 really goddamn good book. I actually edited out of the middle of that blurb that I did. I edited out like 2 minutes of me talking about how good the book is. I thought people can just get it and figure it out. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
Casey
Tracy's
really
already
knocked it out of the
finished it.
Right. And if you miss me as much as you say you do, maybe you should fucking get one of my books and listen to it. That'd be a good idea.
I have this, and I will listen to it soon. I just got to finish something else I started a couple days ago.
Yeah. Well, you're going to be busy now. You're never going to listen to me again. You're going to have a man. So, yep, I'm done. I'm chopped liver. Actually, chopped liver isn't that bad. Jody and I had liver last night. It was pretty good. Anyways, that one came out, I don't know, on the 9th, looks like. And thank you very much, Casey. And thank you, Lissa, for letting me do that. Next, we had
Making the Naughty List by Daryl Banner, narrated by C.J. Rivera.
And that one came out on the 12th. Then we had
Up to Snowgood by Charlie Novak, narrated by Dan Callie.
Don Kali. That one came out on the 12th. Then we had
The Humbug Holiday by Lane Hayes, narrated by Michael Dean.
that one came out on the 12th. Then we had
Finally, Learning Curve, Franklin U. Book 6 by N.R. Walker, narrated by Nick J. Russo.
Yeah, I was waiting on that one. That one came out on the 12th. Then we had
Holiday Gay, Tales of Love, Lust, Romance, and Other Seasonal Gifts by Maitland McDonough, narrated by Ben Fuller.
It's so much more fun if I don't say anything. I just let you do it. That was great, by the way. That one came out on the 12th. Next, we had
Elven Air, Roman and Jude Monster Hunters Book 3 by Reese Lawless, narrated by John York.
That one came out on the 12th. Hey, cool, look at this. Then we had
Yeah. Ugly, Winter Sun Book 1 by Ro Horvat, narrated by John Solo.
See, these come out a little bit. It's a delayed reaction time with Roe because the distributor.
Yeah.
We did use a different distributor this time, and I'm very grateful for that. And it's just based on.
Yeah, because I think this one took about 2 weeks after you finished it.
2 or 3 weeks, somewhere in there, as opposed
Instead
to
of
the
2 or 3 months.
even longer than that from the lovely distributor Audiobooks Unleashed. I do not recommend 0 stars, but that one, yeah, the 2 times I guess we've used them. Each time took several months, and no response from emails and such. It was kind of ridiculous, but with and it is what it is. But I'm putting that out there because just in case anybody else in the crowd, I know that other narrators listen to this and other authors as well. Me and several other people have kind of had a bad experience with that one. But this one, Ro actually used, I believe it's Authors Republic. And Ro has a fantastic experience with Authors Republic. He's used them multiple times. Great, 2 weeks out, done. And by the way, the book is excellent. But it's Ro, so you know that already.
Yeah.
So, 13th. Sorry, I was rambling there for a second. I realize it's your show to. You have a big smile on your face. Have you already been on your date? Did it go that good?
No.
Is that?
No, not yet.
You have a big smile on your face. I'm just saying. Anyways, next we had.
I'm nervously excited. I haven't
don't
been on
blame
a
you.
date in like 10 years.
Well, and what do they have to eat there? I mean, let's talk about the important things here. What are you going to have to eat?
It's
What's for
Applebee's,
lunch?
so I mean,
Okay. What are you getting? You already know the
I don't
menu.
know yet.
Jesus Christ, you haven't thought about this? What about dessert?
No.
That's the important part. What's the man
That's if I'm
buying
not
you?
full.
Full of. This next one here, it's already up on the screen. Here you go.
Bending the Rules, Rules of the Game Book 1 by Brigham Vaughn, narrated by James Edward Jones. I almost said James Earl Jones.
Well, it very much looks like that. That one came out on the 13th. Then we had
Surrender Your Heart, Faded Hearts, Book 3 by Amy Nicole Walker, narrated by Connor Brown.
that one came out on the 13th. Can we just skip this next one so maybe somebody will listen
No.
to one of my books this week? Fine.
Nope,
Here we go.
because, yeah, I've been looking for this. Just One Night by Felice Stevens, narrated by Cale Williams.
Sorry, I didn't want anybody to
Really?
hear that. We're just joking. We love Felice Stevens, and of course we love Cale Williams, and that bastard with the golden voice. Every time he comes out with a book, nobody listens to mine. Congratulations on the release, motherfucker. Next we had.
Oh, God. Sweet Buns,
Thank you.
Cedar Falls, Book 1 by Shea Ballack, narrated by Silas Whitaker.
Nice. That one came out on the 13th. Congratulations on that release, Silas. Good to see you working, man. Next we had.
Head Over Heels, Head Over Wheels, Book 4 by Jada Marks, narrated by Denver Stevens.
That one came out on the 13th. Then we had
Diamonds Under the Mistletoe by Kai Brightly, narrated by Keval Shah.
that one came out on Shah. That one came out on the
Shah.
13th. It
Yeah.
that name makes me feel like I can ride it like a carpet. Came out on the 13th. Next we had
Bully Beatdown, Bullies of New Gothenburg, Book 1 by Kai Brightly, narrated by Chris Boykin.
Blinken. That one came out on the 13th. And I believe finally we had
Distorted, Alabaster Penitentiary, Book 1 by Nyla Kay, narrated by Michael Gallagher and Bryant Walker.
Speaking of Alabaster, how is how
I don't
how
know.
is
I've
her?
never been able to see her when she pops in. I'm
I
always at
was
work or
just
somewhere
checking on
else.
her. We're talking about Sophie, by the way. She has lovely alabaster skin, and she just got married recently, so we're very excited about her. Anyways, that one came out on the 14th. Congratulations to everybody on the releases. Next, we have what everyone has been waiting for, because, of course, she's not going to listen to one of my fucking books. Here we go.
Lethal Love by Max Walker and narrated by Greg Boudreau. I gave this one 4 bullets. This was book 2 of the Stonewall Investigation series by Max Walker, and I really enjoyed it.
You know how I knew that wasn't Greg on the cover? He's not wearing a kilt.
It could be Michael.
No, I don't
Maybe
think
he's
so.
got too much facial hair, but
Exactly.
I mean, it
Yeah.
could be Michael Dean.
And Michael would be going
Yeah.
like this a little bit, and there would be some picture of spicy sausage involved. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't. It's 4 bullets. It's
Okay.
Jimmy
This one
Dean.
didn't have as many sexy times as the first one did, but it was still really good. Felt like a slower burn than the first one was. And Greg did a Spanish accent that was really, really hot.
So hot.
But overall, I really enjoyed the book. I'm planning on continuing with the series and possibly going into the spin-offs.
Nice. Well, Greg is always fantastic. That was a 4 bullet run there.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Very good. Did you explain your bullet system to your date today? Did you?
Yes.
That was the conversation you've gone over?
Yes.
I mean, it could be intimidating to a young man. I mean, maybe. I'm not exactly.
No. He wasn't
Cool.
intimidated by it.
All right. So he's not going to. Like, if you see him show up with, like. Now, let's talk a little bit about extension cords here for a second, because some extension cords are not equal to others. And some are. What you want is, it's the lower number, the gauge, the thicker the extension cord, and the better able to handle bullets. So what you want is like a 12. So if he shows up with like a 12 gauge extension cord coming in over his shoulder. So the next one that you listen to this week is
The Humbug Holiday by Lane Hayes. It's been a while since I've listened to one of her books. And I gave this one 3 bullets.
You know who else you haven't listened to in a while? Just saying.
Okay.
Go ahead. You said 3 bullets, you said?
Yes.
Excellent.
It was a short, sweet novella with some hot, sexy times.
Nice.
The 2 MCs are a writer who's finishing a murder mystery book, hires the other MC who is a handyman to fix his house. They apparently have met before all this negotiation happened, and absolutely loved it. Michael and Lane did an amazing job with this book, and it was a little short and sweet thing that I just listened to yesterday and while I was at work.
Yeah.
Because I wanted something else other than the lethal book and what I finished reading.
Right. I know that what you finished reading is coming up next, and I'm actually about to read this one myself. So
You still got to do the second one.
I know I got the second one in queue for next week, and I'm pre-reading the third one. So there you go. I'm working, baby. I'm working. I know you wouldn't know that because you don't listen to me, but next we had what you read this week.
Yes. I gave this one 4 bullets and 5 stars. It's the third book in the Irresistible Dragon series, and it picks up where book 2 left off. I absolutely loved it. It took about a day or less to read. Tracy's reading this one now. Like I said, I loved it. It made me scratch my head at certain things. Um, and there is a huge twist. Nora has outdone herself once again. I couldn't put it down. We do get to meet some new people, so you're gonna have to come up with some new voices, if that's possible.
Happens every book.
And like I said, I wish I had paced myself on this one because now I gotta wait till May for the other one.
Speaking of pacing yourself, no, I'm not gonna. I didn't even say a goddamn thing. Congratulations to Nora as well. I know that this one's coming out very soon. Thank you. You did a wonderful job this week. I know that you had a lot on your plate, and I know you got a lot on your plate. But next week, you should tell the crowd what we got coming up next week prior to Christmas.
It's not next week. It's the week after.
I thought it was next week. Today's the 15th.
No, it's the 28th.
I thought it was
I said the
before
28th.
Christmas. Well, fine. Fucking
No.
tell them anyways now.
I said it was before the New Year.
Okay, fair enough. I didn't mean to make any spoilers. I mean, if you want to tell them right now, you can. If you don't, fuck you. I don't care. It's not like you listen to me
all
anyways.
because of Cheryl. Cheryl kind of gave me the idea because she was doing a like a countdown of or a top 10 of her favorite audio of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So John and I are going to do a video on the 28th around noon. I think it was noon. Did we say noon?
Yeah, it's the day before a normal show that week. So that week it'll be the last week of the year. That we'll have a Wednesday and a Thursday live show for Ramblin. The Wednesday will be a very special Ramblin' show where we're going to go through the top 10, her top 10 picks of books for the year. And if she gets really slick about it, if they're audiobooks, she might even get a couple of the narrators to send in little clips of that'd be way. Yeah, you got a couple weeks, but I know you're busy. I know you got a lot going on. I'm just saying.
Why would I do that? It's my
because it's a very fucking. You could have them talk about their. I mean, I'm just saying. It's an idea that you could have narrators also give clips. They don't have to read the blurb. They could say something about the book if it's your favorite project. You don't have to. Just calm the fuck down. I know you got a lot going on right now, and you got your date and all that fun stuff. Your mind is somewhere else.
I've got the list. I do have the list. It's probably not finished because I'll probably end up tweaking it again. Mm-hmm. I've already tweaked it 3-4 times now.
Speaking of tweaking it, what time is your date today?
It's at 1.
Excellent. Well, you better get the hell out of here. Great job, as always, on this. Enjoy, everyone. We will see you next week, and we'll be back on Monday as well for Talk to the Beard. Good luck. See you soon.